Hey guys, this is Mike from Six Pack Shortcuts. In this video, I'm going to be telling you how to work out without injuries. This is actually a direct response to a guy named Jeff that sent me an email basically asking me, how can he work out with weights without injuring his back? He seemed to always hurt his back, his lower back, and it's really out of commission a lot of times, even if he goes with light weights. So I think this really goes out to a lot of people, because there's a lot of people probably experiencing similar issues, if not with lower back, maybe with shoulders, sometimes with their elbows or wrists or things like that. And to have an injury is not just going to hurt your workout, hurt your workout progress, but also it's really annoying, because if you're injured, it also causes you to not be able to do the things you usually do outside of working out. If you hurt your back, when you're outside doing anything, it hurts when you bend over, you have to walk really slowly, you can't do any sudden movements. So these are some of the tips that's going to let you know the causes of injuring yourself and what really causes it. These are some really key points on that, and also what you can do to prevent that from happening. So this is going to be particularly for your lower back, because that's one of the #1 injuries that people experience. When you're working out, a lot of times if you do a workout and your angle is not 100% correct, or more like your posture is not 100% correct, you're going to injure yourself the moment your weight is heavy enough. It doesn't even have to be very heavy, just to the point to where it's slightly a little bit heavy and you start feeling a little bit of resistance, in the wrong area, you're going to injure yourself. Here's a good example. If you're doing a shoulder press, and I'm going to stand here on the side so y'all can see. If you're doing like a shoulder press and you grab 2 dumbbells here and you're standing like this and you press up, right, to work on your shoulders. So if your posture isn't right, this is the right posture. Chest out, your back should be straight. But sometimes you may see people, they may kind of lean back a little bit like this and they press up. So you can tell just by the camera that there's going to be building pressure right here. Now, if the weight is very, very, very light, or you have a naturally strong back, well, then you can handle some pressure doing it this way. But if your back isn't very strong, all it takes is a little bit of weight, and the moment you do a couple reps like this, you're going to injure yourself right here in your lower back. So first thing is making sure that your posture is 100% correct. And if you're not too sure, definitely go ahead. You can look on my videos, you can look at other people's videos, but you need to make sure that your posture is 100% correct and your form is 100% correct when you're working out. That's going to be a #1 key to getting injured. The next thing is, when you're doing a repetition, make sure that you do them with slow and controlled movements. It's not about going very fast and trying to finish the rep. It's more about using the actual muscles that you're trying to work on. Same exercise. If you're doing a shoulder press and you're doing it like this, you want to make sure you're working your shoulders and you're not just trying to do the motion and just trying to push this weight up. Because what happens is, if you just try to push the weight up, you're going to use whatever muscle you naturally use to push something over your head, and you're not going to be focusing on your shoulders that you're supposed to be, because that's what you're working. So when you're doing that, not only will you not focus on your shoulders a lot, you sometimes will use your triceps, which is not a big deal, but sometimes you'll also use a little bit of your legs, you use a little bit of your back, and whatever it takes to get it up. And that's when injuries occur, because you're not using the right muscles. You're just using whatever it takes to do the motion. So do not concentrate on the motion of the exercise. Concentrate on the muscle that the exercise is working, okay? And it may be kind of difficult in the beginning if you haven't worked out for a very long time and you don't have very good control of your muscles yet. That's why I suggest, if that's the case for you, take your workouts a little slower and take your repetitions a little slower. Okay, that's going to help you a lot in the future. So another thing that you want to go ahead and concentrate on is keeping your abs very tight. And you want to keep your abs very tight when you're doing really any kind of exercises to protect your core. Because when you're using your core, which is your abs, your obliques, and also your back, this is your core. When you're using your core, anytime you pick up anything and your core is activated, your abs and your lower back is like a push and pull. they both go ahead and activate at the same time, and they help each other to do the movements you want to do. So if you're going to go ahead and pick up a weight off the ground, you may think, hey, I'm using my lower back, but actually, if you go ahead and do that, you'll notice that your abs automatically tense up because you're using both your abs and your lower back. If your abs are weak, then your lower back will have to use more, it'll take more effort from your lower back. If your abs are strong, then your abs can go ahead and take a lot of that pressure, a lot of that weight, so this way it makes it easier for your lower back. You never really hear a lot of people go, oh, I pulled my abs today working out, right? You always hear people go, oh, I pulled my lower back, I hurt my lower back, I feel a little strain, a little pinch in my lower back. And a lot of times it's because A, they're not keeping their abs tight when they're working out, and B, their abs are not strong enough. So if you have problems with your lower back and you want to make sure you keep your core safe, keep your lower back safe, make sure to work on your abs. Okay, this has really nothing to do with having a nice six-pack and things like that. That's getting rid of body fat. This is straight on making sure you don't get injured when you exercise. So those are 3 key points that's really going to help you and really is going to go ahead and protect you from being injured in your workouts. Making sure that your repetitions are slower, okay, so this way you can work on the muscle that you can work on. Making sure that your exercises are with perfect form, so this way you don't have to use other compensating muscles to do that workout. And also making sure that you keep your abs very tight when you exercise, and also make sure they're very strong. So this way it takes less pressure and less work on your back. So if you want to check out more stuff, check out the website. We have a lot more tips on things like that. Sixpackshortcuts.com. See you guys later.